Hey, Nick Supik, Century 21 Real Estate. Hope you're doing well. Hey, wanted to answer the question. So, what does a real estate agent actually do? So let's just put it in context. Like, we've all heard of like sports agents, representing, like the sports, the athlete, and then getting in transacting with maybe the team that they're going to go work for. So they're going to make sure that they're getting the best terms of that transaction. So we kind of operate in that way in a certain sense that we work for you as the homeowner or the home buyer. In the home owner side, we represent you, but we represent your home. So we want to make sure, but there's different goals involved. Like when you're selling a home, you might be moving to another home. You might have already moved. And money is important, right? But it's not always the only thing. Like there are other things. There is time. There is, I've had many people do a deal because they just wanted something simple. They didn't want to go through the rigmarole of all the lots of inspections and they just wanted the deal to be over. So they'll actually just accept an offer from somebody and that was their own choice. Like it was like their desires. But in any event, what does an agent do? We get you from A to Z. We negotiate on your behalf, and the money you pay us to negotiate a loan is worth every penny. It's like when people go to negotiate on their own behalf and financially, it's just I would hire an agent for myself. When I go to sell property or sell something, because trying to negotiate for yourself is like trying to do surgery on yourself. Like a doctor would never go and cut themselves. It's that hard to do, right? um, and you get emotions involved. So when you have a real estate agent, where I've been doing this since 2007, and I've sold hundreds of homes in that time. So like when you've done something that much, you've seen so many different scenarios. So we're representing your best interests in the negotiating, in the terms, in making sure that you don't fall into pitfalls of things, through the deal, through, hey, this is the best practice of getting from here to there. Hey, here's laying out different options. Just like a sports agent is going to lay out different options for their athlete. So we're going to lay out different options. Hey, you can do it this way. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. And here's what happens when you do it these different ways. Here's what's going to happen. Here's the different ways that could fall. And sometimes people think, oh, we're painting a bad picture. Like actually, we're just trying to, I got to come from a place of integrity. And at the end of the day, if I didn't lay out the different options for you, that wouldn't be right. So I want to make sure that you understand all the options, the good and the bad of that. And then there's a certain point where we got to get the job done for you. So we got to get you to the finish line. I mean, there's over 40 different people involved in a real estate transaction. And, we're communicating with so many of these people every day, trying to make sure that everything's in line, that things are in line with getting you to the closing table, with meeting your goals. So what's a real estate agent do? We represent you, your best interests. We're considered a fiduciary. You may have heard that in the financial world, where certain financial advisors are fiduciaries, and some of them are not. Some of them are actually representing their own self, and some of them are. So in a fiduciary, in the state of Pennsylvania, I'm a licensed real estate agent in the entire state of Pennsylvania, and I'm considered a fiduciary, where I put your interests before my own interests, because I am working for you, but I have to put your interests first, and that's why when I lay out all the different scenarios for you, I have to put your interests before mine. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you have further questions about what we can do for you, you can visit my website, nicksupik.com. I put on there marketing plans, tips for preparing your home to sell. And then I'm putting together a blog of weekly. I do a weekly email of a market report, where I lay out, the way I see our Western Pennsylvania market going, and I bring real statistics to you. So I hope you're doing well. Have a blessed day.